Okay, my name is Carlos Noto. I purchased a Fisker Ocean 2023. I already put on the vehicle approximately 3,000 miles with no issues whatsoever. Right now, the vehicle is at 42,000 miles. I bought it when it had 39,000 miles. So the vehicle to have a tow capability. I bought it for several reasons. One of them was the range of the vehicle. I don't get the 360 miles that was advertised. I'm getting about 310 approximately on a 22-inch rim. So nothing, just a little bit of information about myself. I am a master ASC certified technician, diesel. I'm also an aircraft mechanic. I'm very inclined on electrical and computer stuff. So I'm a little bit above average when it comes to these things. So I want to show you what I am trying to accomplish. So I want to have trailer brake control on the Fisker, and I don't have access to the module. So what I am going to use is this device for a few reasons. One of them is the controls, and once I have polls, I'll be able to download the app and control it through the screen. And I have both ways, either with a knob or through the screen. So this is what I'm planning on. So let me open this thing up. This is a control module, wiring. This is the knob. Oops. This is supposed to be covered. So do not remove this part until you're ready for the installation. And these are the parts that are needed for the knob. So there are many videos out there on how to install this controller. So I am planning to install this right where the Fisker original controls, trailer controls, was mounted, which is by the rear fuse panel. So I need to run this cable from the dash, and I will show you where I'm gonna mount this on the dash later on. I'm still looking for the best spot for this. Now this cable, it's not that long. You could tell right there, right? This is a 4 cable harness wiring. So in order to extend this, I'm gonna have to do a little bit of soldering. So I'm gonna be using this. So this is the part number if you're interested in, and this gives you a harness with 4 wiring about the same diameter. So we're gonna have to do some wire cuts and soldering just to make sure that all the connections are done correctly. So this is my thought for the controls. So where am I going to get the signal to control this? So we have 4 cables here, pretty basic. I'm gonna move this one aside. So we're going to open the cable. So again, I'm going to place all this aside so we know. So these are the wiring colors. black will be my positive battery connection, white will be my negative, red will be for my stoplight, and the blue is power to the trailer brakes, right? So very simple, right? So once again, okay, power, negative, brakes, and trailer, right? So where am I planning to get the power for this one is I will be getting the power from the rear fuse panel. I believe is FM8. I'm gonna put a picture of like how it looks. That one has a 30 amp capacity, so I believe that there should be a wire back there that will energize. That was supposed to energize the original brake controllers. So now, perfect. This is all that. So a lot of you are gonna be asking me, where am I gonna get my signal for the brake? Since I've heard stories on the Fiskers that you don't want to mess around with cutting wires and all of that because it could cause major issues on the Fisker. So this is my thoughts on this. So we're gonna put this one aside, and we're gonna go with this guy right here. This is a non-cutting wire brake lighting system that does not require cutting into any wires. And this is the unit. So as you can see, we have all our trailer lights connections. Then we have 4 sensors. Put this one to the side. So we have 4 sensors that will connect to the wires, not by cutting it, but by induction. Basically, you just open this one, run the wires like this through the center, close them, and every time that wire gets energized, this sensor will read that either turn signal brakes or lights are being turned on, and this module will activate that section of the brakes on this side. So this is my thought on this. So this is not the wire that goes in, I'm just using it as an example. So now this unit requires a ground, and it requires a positive, which this positive and this positive for the controllers will be going to the same place. So ground will be ground anywhere on the toolbar. So I still need my brake lights. So this is where I am going to pull my brake lights. So once the sensors reads that either I step on the brakes or the outer brakes are activated due to regen, it will send a signal to the brake light, and I just gotta tap into whichever one of these will be the brake signal, and that will give me the brake signal for my trailer brake controllers. So that's my thought on all this. So I'm gonna keep you posted on how this works. So what am I using in the back is this thing right here. Got it out of Amazon. I'll have my 7 pins and also my 4 pins within the same box. It does requires a little bit of modification. There's a picture that I'm gonna add into this, and then I'm gonna I already have it connected to my toolbar. I'm gonna take it out, and we're gonna analyze the cuts that I have to do and the drill that I had to do. So we'll do that later on. There's nothing here. It's this thing is already installed. So now, since we're doing all this work on the rear bumper or the vehicle, my thoughts is that since I'm gonna be there, might as well I'll change all my connectors back there. This is another kit that you could buy from Amazon. You can see the part numbers over there. These are Deutsch connectors. So I am going to replace all the OEMs that I have on the back bumpers for now. Then I'm going to do the front with Deutsch connectors. And the reason for this is these ones are weatherproof. You see the gaskets over here, and back there everything is sealed. So when I do this part, of course I'm gonna show you how to do it. And this is, you got to do this one at a time. You don't cut the entire harness and then try to figure out which one was which one. No, you got to do it one by one. And as you can see, it's a seal connector. It's a waterproof. So I believe it's the same amount of wires as needed for the rear on one single connector. If it's not, then you could use these white plugs to actually cover any remaining hole that you did not use. So stuff like this. So depending how many you did not use, you could use this just to plug it, and then you keep it watertight. These are Chinese, but not brand, like very expensive brand. But my guess is anything will be better than what it is there right now. So even though this is not the greatest material, but what I'm going to do is I am going to assemble it, connect it, and then I probably will put some tape all around it just to make sure that it is fully tight. So yeah, this is a Dodge connectors. I got two big ones and I got several small size. This is not much, it's just 25 bucks if I'm not mistaken. I don't like the alternative that people have been doing, for the simple reason that they're not fixing the issue, they're just covering it, and at the end you'll be better off just changing the whole thing and making sure that it is fully watertight. So yep, anyways, I will keep you posted on what I do on this project. Once again, this is me trying to give a little bit back to the community. I love the Fiskers. It's in my opinion, it's a total embody of right to fix your own vehicles. No other brand out there has the flexibility that Fisker is having right now. Yes, it's not a perfect vehicle. I bought mine very economical. It was around $14,000 with 39,000 miles. I'll show you the vehicle later on, and I'm gonna show you how we're gonna once I find all the cables that are related to what we're gonna be connecting, I'll put that in. So now let's go back to this just for a second. So where am I going to get the signals for these 4 sensors, right? So turn signals, I believe, is this two right here. Left turn, tail, actually tail. So left turn, stop, and right turn. So turn signals, left and right. So I will be trying to get the signals from the two lights on the side of the Fisker, I believe those lights don't have control modules in it. It's just regular LED lights that gets power directly. That is my belief. I am not sure. My tail, which is my lights, this one I'm gonna get it from my tag light. So definitely that one will come from there. I'm gonna get the stop light from the top light on the rear door. This is gonna be from the tail, the tag light. Turn signal left, turn signal right, from the two lights on the side of the Fisker, not the ones that goes on the rear door, but the ones that goes on the body. I believe those do not have modules. They're just straight powered to an LED light. So that'll be my guess. So I'll keep you posted on the progress of this.